I'm sorry. All right, so radioactive material decays at a rate of change proportional to the current amount. Proportional relationships. If something is proportional, then Q equals K times whatever it is. Okay? Oh, actually, dq dt equals kq at a proportional amount. And if it's decreasing, it's negative. Okay? All right. A puppy gains weight at a rate approximately inversely proportional. So if it's inversely proportional, the change of weight over time equals K times 1 over T, or then in this case, K over T. Okay? So that's the change of weight in time. A habitat of prairie dogs supports M dogs at most. Okay, so the most dogs they can have is M. The habitat's population P grows proportionally to the product of the current population and the difference between M and P. Okay, so dP dt equals proportionally to the product. So we're going to multiply the current population P and the difference between M and P, which is C, as Trey said. Okay? The fraction of population who has heard breaking news increases at a rate proportional to the fraction of the population who has not heard. So the people who have heard is like the population. The people who have not heard is 1 minus the population. Okay? So the fraction of the population who has heard the breaking news, dP dt, increases at a rate. So I think it would be D. A chemical diluted out of a tank, pumping pure water into a tank. The pumping the existing solution out of it at a volume of this. The amount of Z chemical in the tank decreases at a rate proportional to Z and inversely proportional to the volume of solution in the tank. So the volume at any time is this. So if it's inversely proportional to the volume, then that would be on the bottom. Okay. The amount of chemical in the tank decreases at a rate proportional to Z and inversely proportional NBB. Yep. All right. So now solutions of differential equations. Okay. So what you have to do, and this is kind of tricky, so why don't you pay attention to this? Because this is kind of tricky. Okay. So what we have to do is take this y equals 3e to the x to the fifth power and take the derivative of it. If we take the derivative of it, what do we get? Well, it's 3e to the x to the fifth times the first derivative of that, which is 5x to the fourth. Okay, so is 3e x to the fifth times 5x to the fourth, what's here, equal to 5 times y, which is 5 times 3e x to the fifth. No, Nate Ricky, because of the x to the fourth is here. So the answer is no. Okay, that is kind of weird. So let's do another one like that. So we have to take the first derivative of this bad boy. G prime of x equals, well, this is really 1 half, come on, 1 half times 3x squared to the 1/2 power. So if we take the first derivative of that, it would be 1/4 times 3x squared to the negative 1/2 times the first derivative of the inside, which is 6x. So it'd be 6x over 4 square root of 3x squared. Okay? That's the first derivative. Okay? Is the first derivative equal to 3x over 4 times the square root of 3x squared over 2? Well, what happens with this 2 on the bottom? Goes up to the top. Do they match now? Yes, they do. Okay? Good. See if you can get this one then. What's the first derivative of f of x? Take the derivative of that. The 3 comes out front. 3 times the ln of x squared times the first derivative of the ln of x. What happened to the 2? Oh, it's 6. Sorry. What's the first derivative of the ln of x? 1 over x. So is this 6 ln of x squared over x equal to 3 times f of x, 3 times 2 ln of x cubed over the ln of x times x? Well, 3 times 2 is 6. ln of x over ln of x, one of these cancels to be ln of x squared, x on the bottom. The answer is yes. Oh. The 2 is not cubed. Nope, I need a parenthesis here. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Okay. Then that's right. Yeah. All right. So now slope fields. Yeah, there's a lot to this today. But you're gonna have a lot of time to do this. All right, slope fields. You put the points in and figure out what the slope is. This is slope, right? First derivative is slope. We learned that first semester. So if we put this in, we get negative 2 plus 0 minus 2. What's the slope at negative 2, 0? Negative 4. At that point, it's negative 4. At 0, 3, what's the slope? Well, it's 0 plus 6 minus 2. 4. At 1, 1, what's the slope? 1 plus 2 minus 2. 1 is a slope. So all over the graph, things have different slopes. Okay? Oh, here's all over the graphs, things have different slopes. Kind of like that. All right, so what we do is, what's the slope here at the point 0, 1? Right here, what would the slope be? 0. At 0, 1, the slope is 0. What is the slope at 1, 0? It looks totally undefined.
Oh, 1, 0.
At 1, 0. It looks totally undefined. What about at negative 1, 1? What does the slope look to be?
Positive.
A positive what?
2.
Positive 1. It has about the same rise as run because it looks like it's heading straight into that one. So it's about a positive 1. So of these, which would have a slope that matches all three of these? Okay. Now, if we put in 0, 1 into this, does this first one up here, does that work? No. Okay. If we put 0, 1 into this, that works. 1, 0, does that work? No. So then we'd go to the third one. And undefined, you will get to it. Yeah. So if we put it into the third one, 0, 1 works to get 0, but 1, 0 doesn't work to get undefined. If we go down to D, 0, 1, 0 for x, 1 for y gives us 0. 1, 0, 1 for x, 0 for y gives us undefined. But it also is the same for d, so that's why we have this third one down here. Okay, so we know none of these work. So it's either this one or this one. Is it positive or negative? Okay, so if we put in negative 1, 1 to get a positive 1, negative 1 over 1, does that give us positive 1? No, so it must be this one, E. That's a slope field. So any point on here, you can take the ordered pair, put it in here, and figure out what the slope is. What's wrong? Deep, not for this graph.
Not for that graph.
That's,
Oh, they're all crooked. Oh, that's my bad. Same answers. Same answers.
Okay, let's look at this bad boy. Hey, Liv, look at this one. It's a little different. Okay, see how these little lines are coming down here? What's the slope of these lines right along here? Negative 1. So at negative 1, 0, we have a negative 1 slope. And then at 0, negative 1, we have a negative 1 slope. Okay, where do we have 0 slope? At 0, 0, and at 1, negative 1, we have 0 slope. What do you see happening here?
A lot of negative ones and zeros.
Can we have a division?
No.
No, can't have a division. Can we have addition? If we add these, do they all work? Yes. If we subtract these, do they all work? No. So it must be the addition one. Because 0 divided by 0 is not 0. It's undefined. Okay? All right. So that's the basics of what we're doing today. You have 4 sections of homework. There's a bunch of videos. And there's a bunch of pie to eat, which we will leave out and we'll eat after lunch as well as before lunch. All right. Well, you can unwrap it and dig it out. That's nice you have a question. You have to take x times y. What's 1 times 2?
Oh, that's easy.
No, he can go get seconds.
Six.
Oh, absolutely. Go get seconds. Is the difference between the maximum potential and the learning and the amount. Yeah, I is proportional, so that is up there. Yeah, that's right.
I don't understand. I don't understand these. Like, I can't
There's
tell
a
the
slope
difference.
field. So you gotta pick out a point like 0, 0. If you put in 0, 0, the slope is 0, which matches that.
How do you know the slope is 0?
Because slope is horizontal line is the slope of 0. Vertical line is undefined slope, and if it goes up,
0, 0, it's got a little ant that's going up and down.
so it's undefined.
Okay. 1, 1, this guy's going like this.
Is it a 1 slope? Does it look like the line wouldn't be perfectly through 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2? Well then, oh, okay, that's nice. All right, so see how at 0, 0, the slope is 0. Up here at 1, 2, the slope is 0. Okay? If we put in a 1 here and a 2 here, would that make 0?
Oh, wait, yeah, would be. If the 0 slope is going like this, then
And then if we go 2, 4, would that make a 0?
I think so.
Yeah, so that would definitely work. So now let's scroll down to the other ones. 0, 0, 1, 2, that one wouldn't work. 1, 2, that wouldn't work. 1, 2, that wouldn't work. 1, 2, that wouldn't work. So it must be A.
So this one is basically process of elimination.
Yep, exactly.
Oh wait,
You gotta look at
can you
slopes.
scroll down on your thing for a second?
No.
So if it's going up and down, it's undefined
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. What about
Everywhere where it's straight up and down
It's undefined.
is
What
undefined.
about if it's like this?
Zero slope.
Zero slope.
Mm-hmm.
So this one. 0, 0. There's nothing.
Technically, it was frosting,
On the
all right?
front. I'm pretty sure.
Does that make it better?
It wasn't frosting.
It was just frosting.
Oh wait. Okay, I got it.
Scroll down. Yep.
You just asked food frost. Yeah, it was. No, it was not.
Let's do this one again.
What?
Have a chance. 3 dogs. Don't
Have you ever done like a? I'm excited to try this chip. It's like It's like that. Breathe, I think it's breathe. It's like that.
minus p times
Anything says inverse there or direct?
Honestly,
It's
on that computer charger?
It's all direct, so there's no fraction. So
okay, so it's m minus p
times.
times p.
Uh-huh.
So it'd be this one.
Uh-huh.
It was no.
Nothing in that sign.
These sweepers are
There's that straight line. Speed is inversely proportional to, so it's on a fraction, of course, to the square of distance s. So s has to be squared.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those two.
Bro, me and Daniel,
It has traffic, so it's this one.
Uh-huh.
vibing on my deck. Like, I don't know. If I had to guess.
Chemical is solution
Yeah.
But that one I had,
Really vibing,
I had a yes and a no.
amount z the chemical tank decreases as a rate proportional to z. What? The inversely proportional, so it's on a fraction. So it's not that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Solution.
No.
Okay, so it's decreasing.
That one was a different number.
So it's a negative. That doesn't make
Oh no.
Okay, this one's on.
I'm getting back in my chest.
No.
Why are you just guessing?
Is it this one?
Do the math.
Olivia, that one's E.
E?
Yeah, I think.
When it's going like around in the circle?
Yeah,
Oh.
I hope it is
Is that
at
what we have
least.
the board?
Yep. Okay. This one A.
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last one. Fraction of
Here's
P,
what I'm
the
just
population
putting
of
this into my
increases
calculator.
at a rate
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
proportional to
Yeah.
the fraction
I can't do it
of
now.
the population. What? Yeah, that's
You should be able to do it in your head. You are so smart. You are.
What's the difference between DL, DT, and LP?
Yeah, what's that?
One's the derivative. One's just a function. What are we doing? Working with?
Alright.
We're working with derivatives.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's that one, but
No.
it's that one.
No.
Yep.
No.
Oh, is this one?
Long, very high.
She just guessed on all these. She didn't even work any of these out.
So Kylie,
I
do you
don't know
know?
how. I don't know
the
how
answers?
she guessed.
Yes.
How's that wrong?
She's just working
You
it
just
out.
did it that many times.
No.
Yeah, because that's what we did on the board.
You're welcome.
Jesus. Thank you.
So first derivative of
Yeah, what was the void significance? I was like, holy crud, yeah.
So negative 1/4 is equal to x plus
Holy crud,
You're not swearing
No,
anymore?
it's more like when people call you
How close do I get from here to there?
Okay.
like, let's see, like,
This
people
one?
call you great. Oh, right?
minus 2. No, that's just 1. But the other side is
But that's,
negative 1/4, right?
doesn't that equal
So
one?
that's equal.
What was this?
How much you're saying K is? I can't
This
remember.
one would be.
Yep. Take the derivative
That
of
one still
this.
doesn't work.
Yep, and that's equal to
You think this
5
is, you think this
times
is one, or
whatever
you
that
think this
is
is like,
Cody and his crew are leaving.
over.
oh,
6 of them.
would that be like two?
Cody?
Oh, what is this last part?
I have one left.
The only good part about leaving tomorrow is I don't have to drive.
Reaction change in converting.
I don't have to ride that. I know, but. With my
Yep, we're right.
Has anyone gotten to this yet? If you could tell me what this is. Olivia, any idea what this is? No.
Over x, L and that.
You know this one?
I'm gonna test him.
I'm looking for a slope.
Tyler, is this right?
Okay, Olivia, if it's straight up, it's what?
So it's saying that the fraction A of
Straight up.
pieces at every portion.
That's fine.
That's very
Converted is A, unconverted is minus A.
You got it.
You sure?
Proportional to that.
It's.
Do this when we come down to the wire.
Multiplication means it has.
Because if it was inversely, then it would be that one.
Yeah, you said.
Oh, I know that one too. Shoes and socks, they're green.
Same piece.
Alright.
So that's
Yeah,
increase one.
small.
Increase.
If it's increased, it's actually decrease.
Okay, so what's the answer?
That's it.
Can you do this on your
I
tablet?
didn't really read what? Find out. I can't tell if it's straight up or slightly.
Yes, you already have one now.
What? A is
Oh, I was guessing. I thought his was right.
I know, but I'm. That's
I
not
think it is.
I was
That
guessing.
one I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
That one's easy.
One of the parentheses.
What?
Parentheses 1 minus P.
So I go.
Good.
Beer swap? What the heck is that?
That's a slope build.
No, dude.
So it's an asymptote is what you're saying, or what?
There's an asymptote going on.
There's an asymptote going on. Okay, so we're at nope.
There's 2 asymptotes going on.
So it's gonna be that one then. That was crazy. I got the first one.
Yes.
Here's what does it mean when it's inversely proportional? No.
K over something.
Okay, so this one, there's 2 again, so it's gotta be. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're at 1 and 3.
Yes.
What?
This is the.
What?
Make sure you got everything on the itinerary.
What does that mean?
What? Are you on this one, Ellie?
No,
Are
she
you on
had
this
my
one?
nice
Yeah.
clothes. She said nice clothes, but then forgot to actually wear normal clothes. So I might not.
Oh,
So we
smart.
only
Breeze.
need one pair of nice clothes for the whole trip.
Do you know this
Why
one?
is that?
You messed that up.
Well, Aspen said he can wear it and he can wear his clothes all week. So
I couldn't answer this. What was this?
If you had
It's
to
all
use-
about Boy Scout.
You
Boy
literally
Scout
just
camp.
had
The
it.
kids that wore the same clothes all week long and never showered once.
What? That's gross.
That is gross, but
It's
hey,
just
if you
nice.
had to, that's what you do. Well,
Olivia, if you figure out how to do it, let me know.
I think it's
But I would agree.
I think it's always
No, I agree with
will
that.
not be
I agree with
because
that.